Are you ready to transform your pool into a stunning oasis? At Mainland Pool Service, they're a family-owned business committed to keeping your pool looking pristine all year round. They believe that pool care should be proactive, not reactive, which is why their skilled team handles everything from routine cleaning to complex issues with precision. They prioritize clear communication and personalized solutions to exceed your expectations. Join the Mainland Pool Service family today and experience the difference their expertise and dedication can bring to your relaxation retreat. Contact them now at mainlandpoolservice.com.
Own the 2025-26 Grizzly season with the 10-game Flex Pack, the ultimate way to catch all the action on your terms. Choose your favorite matchups from intense rivalries to weekend thrillers and customize your pack to fit your schedule. With 10 games to pick, you'll never miss the moments that matter most. Visit Grizzlies.com/packs today to build your perfect ticket pack and cheer on the Grizzlies your way. It's your team, your season, and your schedule, so don't miss out. Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing beats catching your Grizzlies IRL, and nobody knows that better than you. So next time you want to hit up a game, Ticketmaster's got your back with tickets to every upcoming matchup. Whether you're catching the Grizzlies at home or on the road, you'll find tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Keep putting that jersey collection to use and get Grizzlies tickets today. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside again soon, Memphis.
The heaviest metal credit card of all time. Rumored to be one of only 18 in existence. Plated with the very same tungsten that forged the International Space Station. And wielded at business dinners like a samurai sword. It's a classic corporate power move. But the real power move? Having end-to-end visibility on your most critical shipments. FedEx, the new power move.
Live from the Built Ford Tough studio at FedEx Forum, it's the Gary Parrish Show, presented by Ortho South, on YouTube at Grind City Media and the official Grind City Media app. Now, here's your host, Gary Parrish.
Here, my name is Gary Parrish, speaking to you from the Built Ford Tough studio, FedEx Forum, downtown Memphis. Bennett Doyle right there producing the program. Glad he's with me. Glad you're with me. Hope you're getting through the day best you can. And I hope you didn't think Zach Edey was done with ankle surgeries, because he ain't. He ain't. Another procedure is on the way. We'll talk about it momentarily. First, though, quickly, let me set today's schedule for you. When we finish this open, we're going to take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know, at which point we'll discuss 5 previously undiscussed stories. Michael Eaves typically joins us on Monday. He's a little under the weather, so hopefully he gets well soon, as they say. He'll rejoin us next Monday, but he's not going to be here today, so we'll take a break, come back, do 5 more things you need to know. We'll start with the Tigers. Penny Hardaway's team got smoked at East Carolina this weekend. The final score was ECU 84, Memphis 68. That sentence I just said should be impossible to state factually, but it's a real thing. It happened. I saw it. Obviously problematic. I'll ask Bennett if he's still absolutely sure our alma mater should do another year of this. I'm going to make him answer that question in 40 minutes. Alex Simmons' Tigers are also a mess. They lost again this weekend. Fought a 3-3 in the American.
3-13.
3-13 in the American. I apologize. That means they are going to miss the conference tournament, bro. If both Memphis basketball teams miss the American tournament, we should probably just shut up until we make some coaching changes, right? Imagine USF's fans sitting around listening to us talking about how bad the American is. They're like, hold up. Your team that cost 4 times as much as everybody else's team in men's basketball stinks, and your women's program can't even make the conference tournament, and y'all still over there talking about how y'all are too good for this league, the league you can't even make the conference tournament in. I know it's more complicated than that, but it becomes hard to defend. It's sad. It's also inexcusable, given the resources the Memphis coaches have relative to other American coaches. We'll talk through it a little later on in the show. 4 Power 4 programs secured at least a share of their conference championships this weekend. Duke, Michigan, Arizona, Florida. They are also the top 4 in the top 25 and 1. I'll get you caught up on some college basketball stuff in just a bit. Scream 7 is apparently just had its best open in franchise history.
Yes, it did.
In the year 2026. I'm going to ask Bennett to help us understand that. We'll do it in the third segment. And Sinners was the big winner last night's Actor Awards, where Seth Rogen delivered a really beautiful speech to honor the late Catherine O'Hara after she won Best Actress in a Comedy Series. The whole thing was streamed on Netflix. We'll spend some time on that during a segment we call 5 More Things You Need to Know. Then we'll eventually do GP's Carryout, and we'll call it a day. So that's the rundown. We got a lot to get to. But I did want to start with your Memphis Grizzlies because Game 59 of a scheduled 82 was played on Sunday in downtown Indianapolis. The Grizz won it. I'll let you decide how you feel about it, but the Grizz did win it.
I feel great.
Final score, Grizzlies 125, Pacers 106. So that's 2 straight victories for our NBA franchise. One at Dallas on Friday, then one at Indiana on Sunday. Needless to say, it's not good for the Grizzlies' lottery odds, but perhaps it's good for morale, culture, stuff like that. Big Bet Bennett, it's good to see you on this Monday morning. The Grizz went 2-0 this weekend. How do you feel about it?
You know, I feel fine. I understand the...
it's the end of the world.
Yeah, for some people.
I feel fine. Yeah.
No,
I heard about that too.
I feel good. It's not ideal when you're trying to improve your lottery standings, but like, dude, the team they played yesterday has 15 wins. Like, what are they supposed to do? Like, I don't know if it matters who you trotted out there. You might still win that game. The Pacers are just really, really bad this year. So,
I think sometimes people get a little confused on what tanking actually means. I want to be clear, that's not what this franchise is doing. We're moving forward.
We're moving forward.
Yep. Sometimes I think people get a little confused about what moving forward means. What moving forward means is that it is not ideal to win basketball games. But you're not going to ask your basketball players to go out there and throw the ball in the stands and miss shots and turn it over. And like, you're going to put 5 dudes on a court, and they're going to go play. And whatever happens, happens. Now, you can manipulate the 5 people on the court to make it the worst 5 people you could possibly put out there. That's what Utah does.
Yes.
Okay? But you don't tell professional athletes in Grizzlies uniforms to go out and intentionally lose the game once they're on the court. These are all people who have personal pride. They're playing for their careers. You know, their stats matter. In many ways, these are opportunities some of these players will never get again. So they're supposed to go out and not compete. It's not an all-star game.
Right.
Going to compete. And so this is the type of thing that can happen. You get involved in games with other teams that have similar goals, and then it's just like who sucks more.
Yeah, and you know, and obviously the Grizzlies like handled both of these games this weekend. I mean, it was they cruised to victory in both of them. You know, I've said this to you quite a bit over these past couple weeks. I stand on it. This is an honest tank, or an honest moving forward, however you want to put it. And I think karma is going to reward us. I do. I just believe that, man.
I would like to think that. I don't believe in karma.
We're doing it the right way. We're still being competitive. And you know how much the league appreciates that. Us trying to be competitive. Because I promise you, you've seen it. A lot of these bottom feeders, they ain't trying to be competitive.
Karma, as I understand it, is supposed to be the idea that good things happen to good people and bad things happen to bad people. So like, hey, you keep doing these things that you shouldn't be doing, it's going to catch up with you someday. That's karma.
Yep.
Hey, you keep doing these good things that you're doing, you're going to be rewarded for that someday. That's karma, right? Is that what karma is? I don't even know. It sounds like what it should be, though.
Yeah, that has a good description.
It might not be the perfect description, but you get the point.
Around there,
you get it somewhere under that umbrella,
yep.
right? Except I live in the world. I don't know if you watch the news. I don't know if you watch the news, but I do sometimes.
I dabble.
And we do not live in a country or a world, but let's just focus on the country, where the best things are happening for the best people and the worst things are happening to the worst people. It almost feels like it's a little opposite sometimes. Like, how do these good things keep happening to these terrible people? So I don't believe in karma. So I am not as sure that as you are, that we will be rewarded for honestly moving forward. Because I see people try to do the right thing all the time, and they don't seem to get rewarded for it. And I see people so obviously doing the wrong thing all the time, and they do get rewarded for it. And it makes it very difficult for a person like me to believe in karma when I'm watching all of that stuff unfold. But I hope you're right and I'm wrong. I hope you're right and I'm wrong. I would like to pick in the top 4.
Yes, I would too. And there's still a lot of games left. Like, it's just because they won 2 games over the weekend, it doesn't mean they're about to go on some super low. I mean, they're playing at Minnesota in the next game.
Okay,
right?
so we know what's going to happen there.
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is going to score 35, yell at his coach, probably grab his ding-a-ling.
Yeah, like,
get fined and hand the Grizzlies a loss. That's probably what's happening.
I think so.
At least like 4 of those things I just said will happen.
At least 2. Yeah,
at least 2. Look at the Timberwolves win and him grabbing his ding-a-ling. That'd probably happen at least. So, by the way, I'm not just making that up. He told a fan that his ding-a-ling was bigger than the fan's ding-a-ling.
I mean,
probably was.
He's probably right.
He's probably right.
Yeah, he's just telling the truth.
He's probably just telling the truth. Find a man for telling the truth. Is that the world you want to live in?
No, I don't. I don't.
Okay. So, listen, I'll run you through it in a second, like where they are and where it's going to be and what that computes to as a draft pick and some percentages and odds and all that stuff. But here's the truth. They're probably going to finish 11th in the West.
I would think so.
You can live and die with every game and be like, I can't believe they won that game, or I'm so glad they lost that game, or however you want to feel about it, and you're going to look up at the end of it and they're probably 11th in the West. All right? So this is what I told Jess earlier. I know what's best, and my mind works in a way where I can solely focus on what's best. I'm not even saying that's a good way to be. I'm just saying the way my mind works, I go, what's the best thing from this moment forward? Let's do that. And so when it was getting ready for game 1, in my head, in everybody's head, the best thing was to go try to win the game. Go try to win every game. Go start 1-0, then go 2-0, then go 11-0, go 82-0, win a championship with Ja, Jaren, Cedric, Zach. That was the goal. My head was ready. I was focused on that. At some point, we decided to move forward, and that's not the goal anymore. So now my mind is, it's not good to win these games. It's not good to win these games. It might be good in a way that you can't value necessarily in terms of morale and chemistry and culture and whatever. But broadly speaking, the reason so many franchises are, quote, moving forward right now is because you have a historically great draft class and your franchise is stuck and going nowhere, or bad and been that way for a while. So about a third of the league is moving forward. And if you are moving forward, winning games is not helpful. So now my mind is, every game the Grizzlies play, this is where I'm at. If you asked me every day, so GP, Grizz playing tonight, what do you want? I want them to lose. I want them to lose. But I'm not going to tell other people that they should jump on board with that. Like if you're a Grizzlies fan who has no idea what tankathon.com even is, has no concept for lottery protected picks, and really just likes turning on your TV and watching men in Grizzlies uniforms, whoever they are, score more points than the other team so that you can hear all we do is win, win, win no matter what. Like if that's where you're at as a Grizzlies fan, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to try to talk you out of that. So Bennett, I know you like to win games, and I'm not going to sit here and say, well, Bennett, do you not understand? I know you understand. But you also just like to win.
Yeah,
and I'm not going to try to ever talk anybody out of that. I'm not going to be like, well, you know how stupid it is to win games. It's not productive to win games under these circumstances, but you don't tell your players who are on the court not to win. And I'm not going to tell fans who like to win that they're dumb for feeling that way.
And I'm also just trying to look for any positives, heading into next season, because I know we're going to talk about something that's kind of negative in a second. And Walter Clayton Jr. had a career high in assists yesterday. Like those, him and Taylor Hendricks has been good. Like those two guys come over in the Jaren trade, and it's like, okay, well, who knows? Like whatever. They've been pretty good. So that's good. Gigi's been really good.
You can find things.
Spencer had a huge game yesterday, or the 2 back-to-back good games. Like there's some of these guys are going to be on the team next year, right? Some of these guys that are playing right now are probably going to have a role on the team next year, and so. You're looking for stuff. Also, shout out to Coach Islo. Man, he's been getting bagged on a lot this year. They're doing this without a big man.
Yeah.
They just blasted 2 times. I know they're bad teams.
They beat 2 teams that aren't trying to win. Let's not overstate it.
They don't have a big man. They had like 7 blocks on Friday night. I'm just saying.
I don't think we're
just trying to give some credit.
It's fine. I don't think you hand out Coach of the Year awards.
I'm not handing that out
just for beating teams that are like actively trying to lose. But whatever. Here's my point. If you are a Grizzlies fan who just enjoys watching the Grizzlies win and you don't care about anything else, I am not going to be the person to try to talk you out of that.
Yeah.
All right. If you are also the Grizzlies fan who is like, I want them to lose every game, that is totally sensible to me under these set of circumstances. I
think it's sensible too.
Yeah,
like,
I know you do.
Yes.
I know you do. And so that's where I'm at. I'm not going to tell people how to feel or how to experience this season.
Right.
I'm just telling you how I'm going to experience this season, the rest of it, and it's going to be by hoping they lose every game. I don't want Cam Spencer to go out there and intentionally miss 11 shots. That is not what moving forward means. Moving forward means we are not prioritizing winning anymore in the spirit of increasing our lottery odds, but it doesn't mean you actively, once the game starts and the ball's on the court, you don't try to win it. You don't tell professional athletes, throw the game. That's what you would be doing. You'd be telling professional athletes to throw the game. You don't do that. And so sometimes you're going to win when you're not supposed to. Sometimes you're going to win when you don't want to. It's just going to happen. But either way, this is my point. They're probably going to land exactly where it looks like they're going to land, regardless of how it impacts you or me or anybody else emotionally. Let me run you through it.
Yep.
Regardless of how you feel about the Grizzlies winning or losing while moving forward, they're now 23-36, alone in 11th in the West. They are 4.5 games behind the 10th place Blazers.
Yeah.
So they're not
trying to win. Yeah.
They're not catching them. Okay.
No.
All right. And they are 2.5 games ahead of the 12th place Mavericks. The Mavericks probably aren't catching the Grizzlies.
No, they'll probably shut down. I mean, Cooper Flagg didn't play. I would assume. I would be shocked if you see him the rest of the season.
But that's a thing where you start to. Oh, he wants to win awards.
That's true. Like Rookie of the Year. Yeah.
Like this is one where you got to have some real hard conversations.
Yeah.
On one hand, we're moving forward too, but you don't want to rob your generational talent of accolades that go on his Wikipedia page.
Good point.
So we'll see how they handle that. I think. You do not shut down a healthy Cooper Flagg. You just can't. I agree. That's bad. You can't trade Luka Doncic then shut down a healthy Cooper Flagg.
I do not think that would be looked at fondly.
No.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like you really putting your fans through it.
Yeah.
So here's the truth. The Grizzlies, no matter who plays, who doesn't, no matter how good the coaching staff is or not, they're probably going to finish 11th. All right? We've sort of settled into 11th with room to spare on both sides. At tankathon.com right now, the Grizz have the 8th best lottery odds, which equates to a 6% chance to secure the number 1 overall pick in the 2026 NBA draft, and it gives them a 26.3% chance to select in the top 4 with that pick. The Grizzlies' other first-round pick is from Orlando. Right now, it's slotted 17th. In theory, it could become a lottery pick. In reality, it probably won't. In reality, it'll be likely outside of the lottery, but inside of the top 20. All right? So that's that. We spent all weekend scouting prospects to fill these slots, right? That's what I did, at least. Yes. And then at exactly 2:45 p.m. Central on Sunday, on the first day of March, at Grizzlies PR struck again. I know they're just the messenger.
That's right.
You don't kill the messenger.
You don't kill the messenger.
You learn that You learn that when you're a kid. We ain't out here killing messengers. I know at Grizzlies PR, just a messenger. You know, like everybody always badmouths the transfer portal. I hate the transfer. You know what the transfer portal is? It's a database.
Yeah.
It's just a place people put their names. Everybody's out there hating the transfer portal. The transfer portal is like, hey, what am I? I'm just holding names.
Yeah.
I'm just a database. At Grizzlies PR, they're out there taking a beating on social media every week. All right? They're just the messenger. Bennett, do we kill messengers?
No.
We don't kill messengers. At Grizzlies PR is just the messenger. But, man, they always have bad messages. I don't like their messages. Just the messenger. But I wouldn't mind some better messages every once in a while, being honest. At Grizzlies PR interrupted our scouting sessions, 2:45 p.m. Central on Sunday, first day of March, to inform us that former top 10 pick and hopeful cornerstone of the franchise, Zach Edey, will undergo another surgery to resolve ongoing discomfort in his left ankle. It's the same ankle he had surgery on in June.
You should have heard me trying to read that on the radio yesterday.
Okay.
The description.
Well, I'm going to learn from your mistakes.
Yeah, don't even try.
I'm going to learn from your mistakes. You're talking to a man who has to say Illinois basketball players' names on TV every week.
Yeah.
I'm going to learn from your mistakes, though. I'm not going to confuse us with a bunch of words none of us understand. I swear, that's the other thing about these releases. I mean,
I'm learning things.
I am 49 years old. I've been involved in the English language my whole life.
Yeah.
My career is built around my
understanding.
In every release, there's a new word I've never seen before.
Yeah.
I just see all these letters put right next to each other, and I'm like, I ain't never seen letters put together like that before.
Yep.
I thought I'd seen just about every combination of letters you could see in the English language. And in that Grizzlies PR, they just throw something in there. It's like, yeah, Zach Edey's got a hurt. What? Is that even a real thing? His what is hurt? Do I have one of those? Probably, but I don't even know.
Right.
If you were to ask me, GP, you got one of those things? I'd be like, I don't think so. I never heard of that.
Mm-hmm.
I know I got an ankle, but I don't know what's going on. I can't get more specific than that. I know I got 2 ankles, but I can't get more specific than that. So I'm not going to try to pronounce a bunch of words that I didn't even know existed 2 days ago. I'll just keep it simple. Perhaps too simple, but if so, I'll own that. Zach Edey is a 7'4", 7'3", depending on where you look, 300-pound basketball player who is dealing with ankle issues. He had a surgery on his left ankle in June. It was deemed successful. He rehabbed it. He was cleared to play. He played 11 games and then was sidelined again because of ongoing discomfort. And now we're told he needs another surgery on the same ankle. There is no timeline for his return, but obviously we've seen the last of Zach Edey in this season. According to officials, this really should fix everything. As a smart aleck might say, not me, but as a smart aleck might say, if you ever ran into a smart aleck and you heard, hey, this one's going to be the one that fixes everything, what a smart aleck might say would be, yeah, I heard that before. That's not what I say. That's what a smart aleck would say. Either way, Zach Edey will enter year 3 of his NBA career, having played 77 games and having missed 87. When the season is over, he will have missed more games than he's played through 2 years. And though I'll continue to be optimistic because, what's the alternative? Jesus Lord. We don't have to lie to each other. Like multiple surgeries on the same ankle of a 7'3", 300-pound basketball player before he turns 24 years old is not a great development. This is not good. There's no way to say this is good.
No, not from my perspective.
If at Grizzlies PR said Zach Edey was dealing with ongoing discomfort in his left ankle and will be reevaluated in a month, I could come on here and say, hey, listen, guys, we all know what's going on. We're moving forward. And so there's no need for Zach Edey to come back. So, hey, how's your ankle feeling? Little discomfort. Oh, it's ongoing. We'll look at it in a month. Sit down. We're moving forward. We're trying to get a top 4 pick. If that's what at Grizzlies PR told us, I'd be like, of course, it is what it is. It's fine. They're going to cut him again. He's going to take anesthesia again, and he's going to have another procedure done on an ankle. And these things take a toll. I hope this is the last one, and the next 8 years are 8 All-Star games. But I do not like a former top 10 pick who will finish year 2 having missed more games than he played. And inside of a 12-month period, will have had, once this is done, multiple procedures on the same left ankle because, as Jess pointed out, sure, modern medicine and all that.
Yep.
But procedures, lower body procedures on gigantic men who move around on a basketball court historically have not been the best. Careers are sometimes cut short, often derailed, and I cross every finger I can.
Yep.
But that's where we're at now. This is not good. This is not a good thing. It doesn't have to be the worst thing. We could look up opening night next season and everything's fine.
And it was totally fine.
Everything's fine.
That's right. That's what I'm hoping for.
And he plays 79 games next season,
Right.
and he's an all-star in year 3. That's but I don't.
You don't want to hear it.
I'd have rather not seen this yesterday at 2:45.
Right.
Yeah. Hopefully everything goes well from here. But in truth, it hasn't gone well to this point. And that's sort of a pattern with things. As I've said many times, I don't know who to yell at. I don't know who to be mad at. Injuries happen in sports, and they're not always somebody's fault. And the lack of a recovery is not always somebody's fault. But I understand if you're a Grizzlies fan and you're like, what is going on over there? I get that. I mean, there's a lot of this. And this isn't unique to Memphis. But Michael Wallace always has the numbers handy about how many players have missed how many games and how that relates to the rest of the league. And we always rank him pretty good in that one. We're always ranking pretty good at that one. So I get the frustration if you're a Grizzlies fan. Like, this is literally the same Twitter account that told me in June everything was going to be fine. In June, they said, this is the same Twitter account that in June said, Zach Edey's angle's not right. This is what we're going to do to fix it, and then it'll be right. And now here we are in March, and they're saying, hey, remember how we told you Zach Edey's ankle isn't right, and we're going to do this procedure, and then we're going to get it right? That didn't work. Not the way we hoped. So now we're going to have to do another procedure. But don't worry, this time we'll get it right. I can understand if you're a Grizzlies fan who's like, come on, gee, what? I don't know who to yell at or be mad about.
I know.
It's just it's frustrating. I understand the frustration. I understand the disappointment, and I'm not going to try to tell you it's not real. I get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think any reasonable fan would have assumed that we weren't going to see him the rest of the season anyway. So
I was fine with not seeing him for the rest of the season.
Right.
I don't like not seeing him for the rest of the season, in part because he's going to have ankle procedure again.
Right.
I was ready to not see him again until next season.
Yeah.
I don't like that even if I wanted to see him again this season, I can't because he needs another ankle procedure.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you're looking for positives, like, dude, you got a long time to recover. Like, I mean, I would assume, and I've seen people suggest as much, like, if it goes well and everything, you would hope he's ready to go next season.
Yeah, and like, again,
he responds well to it and all that kind of stuff.
But remember just a few years ago, we had a Steven Adams thing at the end of the season.
That was weird, yes.
And it was like, and I'm pretty sure we sat right here just like this. And you probably said something like, well, like, the good news is he's got a long time to get ready to go. And so, get this done now and just rehab it, and he'll be ready to go for the start of next season. And then we got to the start of next season, and it was like, hold up, why can't you play? And then they moved him. But how much different does this sound? Hey, it sucks that he's hurt again, but at least he'll have all offseason to get ready. That's literally what we said about Steven Adams. And then it was like he came back, and I'll never forget, I was doing a Q&A with Taylor Jenkins at some season ticket holder thing. And I had, presented, they wanted the questions in advance, did not catch anybody off guard. Fine. And I remember I had a question about Steven Adams, and it was respectfully like, hey, maybe don't ask about Steven Adams. Maybe this one isn't, maybe just leave Steven Adams out of this. And then we find out very quickly after that he's got problems again. So PTSD is a real thing.
It definitely is.
Grizzlies fans are conditioned to not necessarily expect things are going to go well under this umbrella. And so if you're one of those people who is like, oh my God, like, among the few bright spots in the franchise is the 7'3", two-time National Player of the Year center. Like, that's one of the things when we talk about moving forward, and when Zach Kleiman talks about we're not starting over. I mean, he said this.
Yep. We're
not starting over. We have Zach Edey. We have Zedrick Coward. We have Cam Spencer. We're not starting over. Well, do we have Zach Edey? I mean, I know we have him, but like,
we're gonna find out.
Yeah, like, is he really going to be? I hope so, man. But I don't like this. I don't like this.
I don't either.
I don't like this. Yeah. Hey, if you think this is bad, you don't even know. You don't even know what's coming next.
What's up?
Penny Hardaway's Tigers went to East Carolina yesterday.
Oh my God.
If you think what's going on with the Grizzlies is bad, you don't even know. You have no idea. East Carolina, figuratively and literally dunked on the Tigers. Went viral. Sports Center. Memphis is genuinely at risk of missing the American tournament. Penny Hardaway talked yesterday after the game. Said some things I understand. some other that are a little more difficult to understand. We'll talk through it next. GP Show, Built Ford Tough Studio.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you. Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Fridays at FedEx Forum just got a whole lot more fun for the family. With the Family Friday ticket offer, a $35 game ticket gets you a $10 food voucher and access to pregame shoot-around. Additionally, for every 4 tickets purchased, you get an autographed item from the Grizzlies vault. Capture moments that last a lifetime for birthdays, youth groups, and other family-friendly celebrations. Visit grizzlies.com/Friday to grab your tickets today.
Jeff Dunham, Artificial Intelligence, his all-new tour.
Just a ham. You're the other white meat.
How can you be so smart on one hand and so stupid on the other? Well, you're half of it.
I realize I could have avoided all this years ago with one simple word. I do not. Silence!
Don't miss a Memphis. Friday, April 10th, FedEx Forum. Tickets on sale Monday, September 29th at jeffdunham.com.
Thanks for showing up, Memphis. Nothing compares to catching your Grizzlies IRL. And that all starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight. Put that jersey collection to use for the next game and get Grizzlies tickets at Ticketmaster. Whether they're here at FedEx Forum or on the road, Ticketmaster's got your back when it comes to scoring tickets. And there's no better brag than saying you saw it live.
Orthopedic injuries can be unpredictable, unforeseen, and unscheduled. Ortho South understands this better than anyone. Since your injuries don't make appointments, you don't need to either. That's because Ortho South welcomes walk-ins during the weekdays, in the evenings, and even on Saturdays. So next time an unforeseen injury makes an unscheduled appearance in your life, visit orthosouth.org to find your nearest urgent care location. Just walk in, and Ortho South will take care of everything, especially you. Learn more at orthosouth.org. That's orthosouth at orthosouth.org. Now I got 5 more things you need to know.
Number 1.
Oh, Bennett, what are we going to do now?
I mean,
be honest with me. This has gotten worse than you thought.
Oh, my.
When you knew it was bad, you didn't think it would get this bad. Even when you knew it was bad, you didn't think we'd get here.
No.
I didn't either.
No, I mean, if I'm just being like completely honest, I didn't think it was, frankly, possible to finish below 500 at Memphis in men's basketball.
Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
I said this many times while Kenny Payne was coaching his alma mater, the University of Louisville. I think sometimes I notice myself on the Ion College Basketball Podcast. I sort of get fixated on these little stories, and I'll bring them up more than they probably deserve based on the show that I'm doing in that moment. And when I try to figure out why did I decide to talk about that for that amount of time in that place, because I don't know that it was necessary. Why did I settle into that? I think sometimes it's because I find things that connect with things that matter to me elsewhere in the sport that remind me of things that would matter to me, and then I just sort of land there.
Yeah.
So this happened last week. Syracuse lost another game, and I said to Matt Norlander on the Ion College Basketball Podcast, I was like, we got to talk about the Syracuse thing. Like, the Carrier Dome is empty, and I mean, this is one of the biggest brands of my entire childhood. He was like, yeah, you said that last week. We know Syracuse sucks. He was sort of laughing about it. He was like, we got it. Syracuse sucks.
Right.
And I was like, and then I had this moment, like, why did I bring that back up again? And I think I know why. I saw a picture of what was formerly known as the Carrier Dome. They got some new, it's the Carrier Dome, as far as I'm concerned. And I saw a picture and it was like, at tip-off, here's the Carrier Dome. I've been to the Carrier Dome when, like, it was rocking. Carmelo Anthony's jersey retirement. Yeah. I was there for that. And, you know, it's a dome. They play basketball in a dome. And now it's just empty. They're coached by one of their former players, and it's just not going well. He's a first-time head coach, and it's not going well. So all of this sounds a little bit like Memphis. FedEx Forum's empty, didn't used to be. Carrier Dome's empty, didn't used to be. What's going on? Got a former player who was first-time head coach running the programs. It's not going well. And so I used to say with Louisville, I would just sort of, it is unimaginable for Louisville basketball to be this bad. Based on everything Louisville basketball's ever been. Because I followed Louisville basketball my whole life because of the Metro Conference, Memphis State, and Louisville. And what you just said is exactly right. I would say that about Louisville. It is insane, unimaginable that Louisville basketball could fall to the depths at which it's fallen. And right now, I would say the same thing about Memphis basketball. This is crazy bad. Crazy bad. As John Martin pointed out in a column, dailymemphian.com this morning, my little buddy, this is the most losses, 17. Tigers are now 12-17. This is the most losses from Memphis in a season in 56 years. Josh Pestner never lost like this. Tubby Smith never lost like this. Larry Finch, John Calipari, you name it. The most losses for a Memphis basketball team in 56 years. While outspending the rest of their conference, according to reports, by 4 or 5 times. Imagine the Dodgers. Like, you ready for this? Imagine the Dodgers finishing last in the NL West while outspending everybody. You'd be like, what is going on? You'd fire everybody. That's what Memphis basketball should be the Dodgers of the American based on how they spend, based on brand recognition. And instead, they're 7-9 in the American. Get blown out by East Carolina. Kyra, if you got it, watch this. This is what a basketball player at East Carolina, a Pirate, did this to a Tiger yesterday.
My God.
That's a Pirate doing that to a Tiger. A Tiger's supposed to do that to a Pirate. That's something Derrick Rose is supposed to do to a basketball player at East Carolina you've never heard of and will never hear of again, and you win by 30. That's the way Memphis, East Carolina basketball games are supposed to go. Derrick Rose dunks on that guy. You win by 30. That guy goes on to sell insurance somewhere. Derrick Rose is the number 1 pick in a draft. You win your league. You go to the NCAA tournament. That's the way Memphis basketball is supposed to be when it finds itself in a competition with East Carolina. Instead, yesterday we get 84-68, and a Pirate is dunking on a Tiger.
It was gross. It was hard to watch. It has been hard to watch. I mean, like, you know where I stand. I think he, I'm not saying deserves the right. I'm saying I would give him the opportunity to fix this, and I think that they will, because this is obviously a terrible roster. I doubt maybe a couple guys are back next season. I doubt most are back next season.
Well, no way most are back.
Because first off, it's not only just a bad, like, they have quit. Like, these players have quit.
Oh, yeah.
They are not trying anymore. They're just not. Like, you don't lose like that. East Carolina's terrible.
They're bad. Like, that's the other thing. They didn't go out and lose. East Carolina is 11-18 overall, 6-10 in the American. They're worse than you.
Yeah. And that's the thing that is
and beat you by 16. By what?
And, like, again, like, we had been kind of joking about the potential to miss the conference. That's one of the teams you needed to beat to ensure that you are in the conference tournament.
It's also stupid. Like, this is stupid. And I see people out there trying to rationalize it on Twitter. Like, well, you know, you guys sound ridiculous. Like, the best thing you could do for Penny Hardaway right now is just shut up. Or say, hey, he's Penny. Let's give him one more year just because. But when you start trying to justify this, rationalize it, act like it ain't as bad as you think, you are at it. You sound ridiculous. And by ridiculous, I mean dumb, stupid. Like, it's cool that some of you call yourself friends with Penny Hardaway. It's cool that you think he's your brother. You sound stupid trying to defend him. You sound dumb trying to defend him. Let me help you. I did this with Jeff's show earlier. Let me help everybody out there. If you want to make a video of yourself defending Penny Hardaway, let me tell you how to do it. It's very simple. I don't know that it's right, but it's very simple to deliver, and it's very hard to argue against. This is how you do it. I'm trying to help you guys. You don't know how to form your own opinions. I'm giving it to you. Here's how you defend Penny Hardaway. If you want him to get a 9th season as the head coach at Memphis, here's how you do it. You keep it this simple. It's obviously a mess right now, but I'm just not comfortable firing Penny Hardaway 1 year after he won a conference championship. I know other schools would. I know other men would be fired. I got all that. But this is Penny Hardaway. This is the University of Memphis. This guy has meant the most to this athletic department, to this city. He matters. And I'm not going to pull the trigger on him 1 year after he won a conference championship.
And what you just said is like how I really feel.
It's fine with me.
I really actually feel that way.
I'm not trying to tell you not to feel that way.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to tell you not to feel that way. This is the argument, though. You have to make it this narrow, because when you start trying to talk about other things, you lose it because you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. Like when you say, you don't fire somebody after one bad year. It ain't one bad year. It's 8. It's an 8-year run of bullshit. It's bad relative to any normal historical standard. It is a bad 8-year run that no other coach would have survived. If you make Penny Hardaway the coach at Kentucky, he's fired after year 2. All right? You make any other coach the coach at Memphis, they're fired years ago. All right? You make any other coach the coach at Memphis right now, they're fired just as soon as this season's over. Anybody suggesting otherwise, you don't know what you're talking about. This is a mess. When you say it's just one bad season, you're wrong. He has finished lower at KenPom more times than not relative to where he started. This is 8 seasons. When it's over, he will have finished lower at KenPom than where he started in 5 of the 8 seasons. That's a fact. All right? That's just the truth. When this season is over, he will be stuck on 1 NCAA tournament victory. That is a fact. If you're curious, Dana Kirk had 11 NCAA tournament wins in 7 years. Penny Hardaway's going to have 1 in 8. Dana Kirk had 10 more in 7. And I know he cheated, but call compliance over at the University of Memphis. Ask them how many letters of inquiry they've got over the past 8 years. This ain't been clean either, all right? So before you say, yeah, but Dana Kirk cheated, just be careful, because I could turn that right around on you. Be careful. I just leave that out, I just leave that out. But either way, 11 victories in 7 years. Larry Finch won 6 NCAA tournament games in his first 8 years as the Memphis coach. Penny will be stuck on 1. Larry had 6. And Larry wasn't even eligible in year 1 because of Dana Kirk. And Larry had a team that was clearly good enough to win games in that NCAA tournament. So he got 6 in his first 8, but it would have been more. John Calipari had 11 NCAA tournament wins in his first 8 years. Josh Pastner had 2 in 7. And you paid him $1 million to go to Georgia Tech. You hated him so bad. He had 2 in 7. Penny Hardaway's going to be stuck on 1 in 8. Don't say it's just one bad year. You're wrong. It's been an 8-year below average run of Tiger basketball. And now it has reached the depths on which that are unimaginable. You just got blown out by East Carolina to fall to 7-9 in the American. The American, which isn't even a good basketball league. In fact, it's a terrible basketball league. You're now below 500 in that league, in danger of missing the conference tournament. It is ranked as the 10th best conference in the country, behind all the power conferences, sure, but also the Mountain West, Atlantic 10, West Coast Conference, and the Missouri Valley. You might miss your conference tournament in a league that is worse than the Missouri Valley. That's where we're at. And so I still agree with you that I think he is going to get a 9th year. Only because I just think it's the cleanest thing to do. Here's the truth. You can hire his replacement if you want to, but you're going to have to pay him more than $5 million to go away. Then you're going to have to pay millions of dollars to get a new coach. Then you're going to have to pay millions of dollars to build a basketball team completely overnight. And whoever you hire is going to be a no-name relative to your fan base. And the truth is, whoever you hire is going to be coaching in the 10th best league in the country next season against a conference schedule that's bad and uninspiring and uninteresting. The truth is, Memphis basketball, if it ever gets back to a place that we recognize, it's going to have to be when the ACC breaks up and you shove your way with those teams. Point being, next year, FedEx Forum's going to look about what it looks like, no matter who the coach is. So in the spirit of I don't want a part of my fan base forever screaming that I fired my favorite alum 1 year after he won a conference championship. You just keep him. You keep him so they can never say that. You keep him so everybody can just say, we gave him every shot. You guys know that. We gave him every shot. And he'll know going into year 9 if he gets it. He'll know, like, you better go win the conference and go to the NCAA tournament or else this is really done. And I mean, if you finish second in the conference and miss the NCAA tournament, it's done. You're gone. The stakes are clear. I think we will go into next season, probably everybody understanding that, right? But I am open-minded to the idea where people now say, this is too bad and it's time. It is time. When I started looking for comments from Memphis fans yesterday on social media, there wasn't a whole lot of positive stuff. It was, I'm ready to pull the plug on this. I love Penny Hardaway, but this ain't it. I think the smart fans understand no other coach would be allowed to continue this. And oh, by the way, coaches do get fired all the times a year after something great. So when the argument is you can't fire Penny Hardaway after a conference championship 1 year after, yes, you can. Other schools do it all the time. All right? Other schools would do it right now. James Franklin, he was doing great, and then he just had one bad season. It really was like just one bad season. They got him. Boom. You got to get out of here. There are certain places where this shit is not allowed.
But in a lot of those instances, it's not going to be your most
and that is
proud alum.
It is the only reason I am open-minded to give it another year. It's cleaner, and he is Penny Hardaway. And I hope if he hears any of this, he hears that. I am not the person standing up saying you need to be fired. I am not that. I'm saying you're Penny Hardaway, and you matter so much here that you should get another year just for the sake of everything. That's where I'm at. But where I get frustrated is when people try to act like that very reasonable opinion is like somehow like when Penny sits there yesterday and says, I've been getting kicked since I became, that's ridiculous. He thinks he's been treated unfairly by the fans and the media. He's been coddled by the fans and the media. Any other coach at any other program that didn't have the type of real meaningful relationship between university and coach, this would have been over a long time ago, and it would not be allowed to continue. The idea that yesterday he suggested that in reality people just been out to get him from the jump, that is it's delusional. He has been protected, coddled, and given every opportunity to be good at the job he was given. And I say this as respectfully as I can say it. He has not been good at the job. Relative to any normal historical standard, he has not been good at the job. Think of it as a radio show. There's a radio show, there's this time slot, it's on this station, and it has been here consistently for years. Sometimes, like when John Calipari's hosting the show, it goes way up here. But like this is about where it sits for my whole lifetime for yours. And now it's down here. That's what he's done. That's where he took the radio show. You hand over somebody a successful radio show, this is where it's been for decades. Sometimes some ups, sometimes some downs, but this is what it's supposed to be. You're not doing a good job hosting this radio show. The numbers are the numbers. We don't have to lie to each other. He has not done a good job. He's underachieved relative to preseason expectations 5 of the 8 years. He has one NCAA tournament win in 8 years. You fired Josh Pastner more quickly than this, ran him out, pushed him to Georgia Tech, and he had more success than the guy you might keep for a 9th year. I understand it. I'm not arguing against it. But like the idea that anybody thinks this is okay or not that bad, or if he gets a 9th year, it is only because he's Penny Hardaway. I think we all know that. And yesterday was, I believe, the low point.
Yeah.
The real low point.
I mean, I'm not, but I'm also not, I'm not, I do not think that there is a, low percent. He could turn this around next year. I could totally see it depending on what, I mean. Again,
I'm about to. Here's the truth. You want to know the truth? Here's the truth. He could have a good season next season, just like he had last season.
Uh-huh.
That is true. We have an 8-year sample size of what Memphis basketball looks like under Penny Hardaway. It is chaotic. It is staff departures. It is player departures. It is NCAA violations. It is arrest. It is suspensions, and it is a lack of success relative to normal standards. That's what we have, an 8-year sample size of that. If I was hosting a show for 8 years and all the stuff was like, well,
I get it.
This is what it is. Why do you think he's going to turn it around and be like, retire as Gene Cady someday?
Well, I'm saying if you're able to get back to the NCAA tournament and win an NCAA tournament game, I mean, I think we've agreed that at the state of Memphis basketball right now, getting to the tournament and winning tournament games,
he can have one good year because anybody can have one good year. Kevin Ollie won a national championship at UConn. Anybody can have one good thing.
True. That's true.
We've seen what you do running the program for 8 years. We know what it is. Now, you can get him a general manager, put better support around him, and I think that's what the plan is. But this is where I just get frustrated. And I say this, I try to say it with no emotion, I know. But I love Penny Hardaway. I hate this. I looked up to that man. I'm going to see him at the golf course. But I'm not going to lie to anybody, and I'm not going to listen to other people lie to me. Don't try to tell me, well, it's not that bad. It's bad any way you cut it up. It has been a bad 8-year run. There's been some moments where, recruiting classes got us excited. It's been a bad 8-year run. It's been 8 years of less success than it should be with NCAA violations, arrests, suspensions, staff departures, all that stuff. That's what it is. So we know what Memphis basketball looks like under Penny Hardaway. So I'm not saying that he can't come back next year with millions of dollars, way more than everybody else, and figure out a way how to be better than East Carolina and South Florida. Yeah, of course he could. But do you have any confidence that the basketball program can be run competently over a extended period of time, consistently successfully?
Let me see what the roster looks like next season.
Yeah, well, he's had preseason top 25 rosters that missed the tournament. Don't just get excited about how the roster looks, because we've done that before. This roster, the one you watched yesterday, it was picked first in the American. Do you forget that?
I did not forget that.
Okay, so that roster, you looked at what that roster looked like. You were like, that looks like a NCAA tournament team going to win the American, because it should have been. It costs like 4 times more than any other roster in the American. But you saw what happened.
I saw it.
All right, so I just think this has gotten more complicated for Ed Scott. I'll leave it here. This has gotten more complicated for Ed Scott than I thought it would be. I thought there was a scenario where leading into the American tournament, Ed could hold a press conference and be like, we're bringing Penny back. We know this is, and just sort of lay out the stakes. But like in this part of it, and now it's a hard thing to say right now, because your own fans I don't know that your own fans want them back. Like, that's the scariest thing for the Penny Hardaway thing. Well, there are some who are just going to ride or die forever, and they sound silly. But there was a time where I think most Memphis fans, even when things weren't good, were like, he's Penny, let's just give it another shot.
Yeah.
And I feel like we've reached a point where those people have now largely flipped to, I'm ready to be done with this.
The scariest thing, without question, is when you turn on a Memphis basketball home game and see what the crowd looks like, because it's never looked like that. It hasn't looked like that in forever. That's the scariest thing.
They're losing real money over there too, in ways that I don't think has been publicly disclosed. But like, they've got bad financial problems. Like, you need Tiger basketball to be financially successful, and it's not.
Yeah, I'm not saying fill up an 18,000 seat arena, but I'm saying fill up the lower bowl.
Yeah, it's a mess right now.
Yeah,
it's a mess.
It's tough.
It's a mess. And so with Dr. Scott, like, I don't envy his position. I think there was a way to give your most beloved alum a 9th year and then let it play out however it plays out. And then you have an easy decision at the end of next March. If he wins the conference tournament, or if he wins the conference and goes to the NCAA tournament, you bring him back for year 10. If he doesn't, you get rid of him. That's easy. Next year was easy, but you got to get to next year. And now this is complicated, because 2 weeks ago I said, just bring him back. Who cares? Bring him back. What is it? Who cares? And then the people who love Penny, they'll see that you brought him back after a bad season. And if he has another season that falls short, then everybody will understand it's time to move on after 9 years. But now, like, it feels like more people now think it's time to move on after 8, even more so than just like, this is John Martin's column this morning. John Martin's column is basically, everybody has sort of assumed Penny's going to get year 9, but like, are we sure this needs to be done now? Because this has gotten historically bad. I'll let Dr. Scott make that decision.
Sounds good.
And I'll let him do it on his own time.
Number 2.
All right, let's get moving.
Okay.
Let's get moving. The women's basketball program at the University of Memphis ain't doing no better either. I lost track of them a while ago. They're 3-13 in the American after yesterday's loss and officially eliminated from the American Conference Tournament.
I want to say last place.
They put 10 teams in these American Conference tournaments. You just got to finish in the top 10 of a bad league.
Yeah.
And Memphis women's basketball is funded well relative to other women's basketball programs, certainly at this level of the sport. I know that Memphis men's basketball gets like 3-4 times money to build a roster than anybody else in the American. I don't know exactly what the numbers are on the women's side, but I know Memphis women should not be finishing 3-13 in the American based on how much money they have available to roster build. So this is year 2 for Alex Simmons, and it's bad. And it's year 8 for Penny Hardaway, and it's bad. And I sort of joked earlier, and I understand, like, it is true that the downfall of Memphis's athletic department is largely tied to the downfall of the American Conference. Like, those things are connected. And so when we say things like we got to get out of this league, it's a real thing that is the most important thing connected to the university. But I totally get how UAB fans and USF fans are sitting around like, are those Memphis fans still up there talking about how they need to get out of this league? They're too good for this league? Because they never win it. And now their women's basketball team can't even make the conference tournament, and their men's basketball team might not either, even though they spent like 3 or 4 times as much money on the roster. Hey, how about this? See if you can make the conference tournament. How about this, Memphis fan? Like, if I were hosting a show in Tampa, here's the show I'd be doing. I mean, I'd probably be talking about the Bucks, but if I were hosting a show in Tampa and somebody said, you got to do a USF segment or an American Athletic Conference segment, I'd go on the radio in Tampa. Here's the way I'd be doing the show. Memphis is hilarious. These people are always talking about, we're too good for the American. And they can't even make the conference tournament in women's basketball. The men's basketball team might not make the conference tournament. And the football team, I mean, don't even get me started on them.
Oh, they're going to be back.
Hey, Memphis, do me a favor. Can you please just keep it to yourself about how so much better you are than the American until you are sure both of your basketball teams can at least make the conference tournament? Can we just pipe down till then? Like, that's the show I would be doing, right? Mm-hmm. Because it must sound hilarious to others.
I'm sure it does, yeah.
Memphis fans are always talking about how good we are relative to the American. And in truth, all the power conferences have told us we don't want you, and you can't even succeed in the American right now. It must sound hilarious to everybody else. Good luck next season, I guess, women's basketball.
Well, okay, real quick. Like, the thing with them is they actually had a good thing going with Katrina Merriweather, and then she left for Cincinnati, and obviously it has not gone well since then.
No.
But they were kind of ascending, and we'll see if Alex Simmons
when I was in school,
turn it around.
And this is a problem that this is true. When I was in school, it was Lady Tiger basketball then. Well, I don't think we do that anymore. Now it's the women's basketball program. But they were good. They had Tamika Whitmore, and they went to the NCAA tournament. Joy Lee McNellis was the coach, and it was in the little bitty El Marone Fieldhouse, but they were competent.
Yeah.
Joy Lee was good, and I don't think they've been good since I left college. I know they haven't been good since Joy Lee left, and it's just that's a sport that women's basketball matters now.
Yes, it's become way bigger over the past decade. Yes,
yeah, like UConn women are a lead headline on ESPN.com today. Women's basketball matters, and yet it hasn't mattered at Memphis in so long. And I don't know. Let's talk about something else. I'm getting depressed.
Okay, sounds good.
Number 3.
Elsewhere in the sport of college basketball, we had 4 different power conference teams secure at least a share of their conference championship. So heading into the final week of the regular season, things are getting wrapped up. Duke won at least a share of the ACC title with a blowout of Virginia this weekend. Arizona won at least a share of a Big 12 title with a win over Kansas this weekend. Florida won at least a share of the SEC title with a win over Arkansas this weekend. And Michigan won the outright Big 10 title with a win on Friday night at Illinois. So Selection Sunday is still 2 weeks away, basically. But we already know 3 of the number 1 seeds. It's going to be Duke, Michigan, and Arizona. The 4th one's up for grabs. Right now, most people project it as UConn, but I would give it to Florida. The Gators have more quad 1 wins, tougher strength of schedule. If I were guessing right now, your 4 number 1 seeds would be Duke, Michigan, Arizona, and Florida. Ty Golden's Gators, after starting 5-4, have a real chance to go back-to-back national champions.
See him get into it with Coach Cal.
Yeah,
Ooh.
that was the thing.
I didn't know Cal still had it in him.
Well, that's the thing. I don't know exactly what happened there, but I can tell you, having sat courtside and watched those types of things, I can tell you how they usually go. For people who didn't see it, there was a dead ball situation. The officials are at the monitor looking at flagrant ones, flagrant twos, all that stuff. And John and Todd sort of like
they get closer
to the officials. And this is the way I've seen this 1,000 times, or I've seen it multiple times. What happens is one of the coaches starts talking to the officials as they're reviewing the play. And the other coach is like, yo, you can't be talking to him. And if you're going to talk to him, you talk to me. And the other coach is like, hey, you mind your own, but I ain't talking to you. And next thing you know, you're yelling at each other. And I promise you something like that happened. Either Todd was talking to the officials or John was and I'm sure it's nothing just as soon as it's over. But heat of the moment, and coaches get easily agitated right in the middle of a game. Most of them, very easily agitated. So that was that. It was an interesting moment. Florida blows them out. And, these 4 teams that all were expected to be good. Like, there's no real surprises here. These were all preseason, highly ranked teams, but they have emerged as the class of the sport in a season where I saw this last night. I thought this was interesting. I just grabbed it and bookmarked it and sent it to myself. See if I can find it here. There are 10 teams in the history. Okay. Check this out. Okay. There are 10 teams in the history of college basketball to register a net rating of 35.00 or better. Okay, you follow me? Mm-hmm. 10 teams in the history of the sport who have registered a net rating above 35.00.
Okay.
7 of those teams made the national championship game. So 7 of the 10 made it all the way to the championship game. Mm-hmm. 4 of the 10 actually won the national championship game. And right now, in college basketball, as of this morning, there are 4 teams with a net rating above 35.00. And they are Michigan, Duke, Arizona, and Florida. These 4 teams we're talking about. Barring a surprise, your national champion's one of those teams. That's what history tells us. I'll go with Duke.
Okay. I'll go with Michigan.
Either one of them. They're great.
Yeah, okay.
Number 4.
Scream 7 just set a box office record for the franchise.
Yeah.
It outdid
Thanks to me.
It outdid Scream 1 with Drew Barrymore and Courtney Cox.
Yes.
How?
I think so. I went and saw it this weekend. God bless my wife. You know how I get, man. Like when it's something,
you gotta go.
I gotta go. And I went and it was sold out. I sat front row and it was awesome.
How is Scream 7 sold out? Like what am I missing? I don't understand. I don't even know this.
No, it was. The movie wasn't awesome. It was okay.
Is it young people?
No. Here's what it is.
It's all you. It's you people. Big beards.
Okay. The first
wrinkles and beards
came out in what 96, 97. Okay, so you have people my age who have the nostalgia of it,
right?
But then this was supposed to be the 3rd film in like the new trilogy, like that had come out that had Jenna Ortega and Melissa Barrega. They're not in it anymore because of a bunch of controversy that was stupid. So, anyways. You have the people like me that love the old Scream movies, like the original trilogy, and then you have the new age people that've seen these new movies with new stars that are big stars.
So you bring them all in.
And you bring them all in.
Just like a Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, and I think, too, like Scream is just one of those, man, it's like, I know there's like killing and like people's guts and all that, but like it's very easy to digest.
Okay, and less than 2 hours, I like that.
Yeah, it ain't like, if you want to go see something scary that's fun, this is like the franchise, right, for you.
Okay.
Like sometimes you want to go see a scary movie, you're going to have to deal with like some really effed up stuff and themes and be like, whoa. I'm just trying to like go to dinner with my girlfriend or my wife.
That's right.
And like
maybe both.
And go see like a silly, scary movie. That's where this fits in.
Okay. You enjoyed it.
I did.
Movie's not great, but you enjoyed it.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Like you go see it at the movie theater, you're gonna have a good time.
Right.
I wish that they would have finished this trilogy that they had planned. It didn't go that way, but like Neve Campbell's back. They paid her the money she wanted. She's back. She's fun. Courtney Cox is back. You got a couple people from the newer movies that are still in it. And it was a good time.
I don't know where I clocked out. I know I did Scream the original Scream.
The
Loved
first
it.
one is still the best, and it's not even debatable.
And I know I did Scream 2. I know I did Scream 3.
That one's great too. That and it's 3 is
And I
okay.
think I probably did Scream 3, and then I think I'm out the game.
You didn't do any of the new ones?
I definitely haven't done the new ones.
Scream 4 is the weird one because it came out in 2011, so it's like this big gap in between the ones that came out in the late 90s and then the ones that just came out within these past couple years, and then you have 4 that's just randomly in there in 2011 that had a big cast. But it was fun, man, and they're going to make another one. Like, they are going to make another one.
Well, once Scream 7 becomes the highest
It's no-brainer.
Start of the franchise, well, then you're going to see if year 8 can't top that. Scream 8 can't do that.
And again, I want to be clear. Like, I
You're
sure
clear.
had
You're clear.
some issues with the killer reveal and all that stuff.
You're
I
clear.
definitely rolled my eyes quite a few times, but overall, I had fun. It was,
All right.
it was
Bennett had fun at Scream
Yeah.
7. I'm happy for you, Dan.
Number 5.
Hey, the actor awards were last night. Did you know these were a thing?
Yes, I did. This used to be the SAG Awards.
Okay, they just changed the name.
They changed the name. So it went.
Screen Actors Guild.
All right. I think I even said this to you last year because I think we might have mentioned it in Carryout or something like that. So it used to be the Screen Actors Guild Awards. I think it used to be on like TNT or USA or one of the cable networks for a long time, right? And this is just one of those award shows leading up to the Oscars. But Netflix bought it last year, and it was on Netflix, and I watch it every year. But I watched it, and I was like, man, Netflix did a really good job with this. And I said, watch, this one's gonna be just as big as the Golden Globes eventually because it's Netflix, and they just changed the name of it this year to the Actor Awards, so it's simple, and it was a great show, and like I thought it was really well done, and. You know, we're watching live events on Netflix now, so I think this thing's gonna be pretty good.
Okay, we podcasted last night from like 7 to 8:45, and so I just didn't get to. I love award shows. On a otherwise Sunday night, we knock out the podcast early, and I would have settled in, and this is what we would have had on we'd have sat and we'd have had this on last night. But I was doing the Eye on College basketball, so I just missed all of it. But I did go back. Obviously, Sinners won the big award, right? Deserving, don't you think? Everybody loves Sinners. And then I saw Seth Rogen accept the award. I thought he was great.
He was really good. He's obviously talking about Catherine O'Hara. She won Best Actress in a Comedy for her role in The Studio, which she's great in.
Yeah.
She deserved the award, like not even posthumous. Like she deserved to win that award. And he just, dude, the best line from that whole thing, he talked about how she would email him the night before a shoot, and it would be like this long email that was just basically rewriting everything for her character, like that he sent her the script for, and it's rewriting the whole thing. And he said, and you know what? I didn't tell any of the other actors because I didn't want them getting any ideas, but everything she sent me back was better, and we went with that instead. But
I thought that was funny. If you work in the business, it's like that dynamic. The last thing a writer wants is to be rewritten
by the actor.
It is like writers roll their eyes at that. That's how you don't get your next job. Bothering the writer and saying, I know you're the writer, and I know you wrote this, and you obviously think it's great because you wouldn't have got it to me in this form if you didn't. But I got some ideas.
Right.
No writer wants to hear that. Unless it's from a writing partner. They don't want to hear it from a supporting actor, okay? And yet he was like, he sort of acknowledged that. Like, I don't want to give anybody else any ideas. Like, hey, I don't want any of the rest of you doing this.
Yeah.
But she did do it. And he was like 100% of the time, she made good points. The last thing you want is to receive that email from an actor you're working with tomorrow, if you're being honest. And yet every time I was like, It's like, and he said on set, she knew she was the best, and she carried herself that way, and she delivered every time.
Yep.
What a wild thing to have somebody say about you.
I know, man.
She was apparently as great as you would assume.
Yeah. Oh, I love her. Yeah, that was super sad when that happened a couple weeks ago. Yep.
Yeah, and so I thought that's the main thing I saw. It just sort of came across my timeline. It was like Seth Rogen accepts award for and I was like, okay, I'll watch this. And I thought he nailed it.
Yep,
he's good.
Studio were the big winners in TV. The big winners in film was Sinners last night, and they won. But now, keep in mind, they didn't win. It didn't win Best Picture or Best Director. It won Best Ensemble Cast.
Right.
That's the big award at these. This is about actors. Right. And I can't argue with that. Like, that Sinners cast is top to bottom amazing. Like they got some, you could argue between them and the one battle after another cast, but I think if we're just talking like the cast and their performances like top to bottom, I totally get why Sinners won there.
Yeah, like on the other side, you get Leonardo, Tiana Taylor, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro. That was great too.
Yeah.
Great cast.
Yep.
Either way, I hated that I missed it. I would have liked to have watched it. I'll try to schedule better next season.
It was good.
I'll try to schedule better next season. Be back with Carry Out.
Now that's the new edition way.
I feel like there's another level we can take it to.
What you think, Mike?
2 steps ahead of you, Slick.
What's good, bro?
What you doing, man?
I'm in.
Woman, you don't even know what I'm getting ready to ask you.
Here's the vision. All 3 of us on the same stage every night.
Gonna be crazy.
No barriers, no separation.
It'll be like 9 kings and a queen.
The next level starts now.
Fridays at FedEx Forum just got a whole lot more fun for the family. With the Family Friday ticket offer, a $35 game ticket gets you a $10 food voucher and access to pregame shoot-around. Additionally, for every 4 tickets purchased, you get an autographed item from the Grizzlies vault. Capture moments that last a lifetime for birthdays, youth groups, and other family-friendly celebrations. Visit grizzlies.com/Friday to grab your tickets today.
Grizzlies fans, dunks, dimes, and no-looks are great on TV, but nothing compares to catching them IRL. And that starts with buying tickets at Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Memphis Grizzlies and the NBA. Ticketmaster gets you to the game so you can catch every highlight in person. From seeing your favorite Grizzly stars up close to hearing the squeak of the sneakers on the hardwood. Put that jersey collection to use and get tickets at Ticketmaster. There's no better brag than saying you saw it live. See you courtside, Memphis.
Giving you a chance to win free Sonic. Just hit the link pinned in the YouTube chat to enter for a Sonic gift card. Just jump into the chat, hang with us, and maybe even eat free Sonic 2. That's in the chat on YouTube. You can find it right now. Let's do GP's Carryout.
It's time for GP's Carryout. One final segment filled with stuff to take with you. It's not everything you need to know, but it's most of it. What did we miss today?
Hey, special shouts to the Bador Center. You don't know about the Bador Center, do you? It's fine. You don't have to.
I don't think so.
You don't have to. It's fine. But special shouts to the Bador Center. Can I tell you what I did this weekend?
Sure.
I mean, I did a lot of stuff. We don't have time for me to tell you.
I did too.
Okay.
I went to a center. I went to the Lichterman Nature Center.
I saw you at the Lichterman Nature Center.
That was fun. We're members.
Okay. Hey, I can one-up you. We went to Shelby Farms.
That's pretty good. I mess with Shelby Farms heavily.
I rode e-bikes.
Sometimes I ride my bike through there. Okay.
We rode e-bikes yesterday.
So you really didn't one-up me because I do that all the time.
Well, I did it yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
We had dinner on the patio at Coastal.
Okay, now that's pretty cool.
Okay, lunch.
That's a special
occasion. It was more like
lunch.
It was more like lunch.
Nice.
More like lunch. And then we rode bikes to if you're going to eat that cookie skillet, you better go ride a bike.
Yep,
all
that's
right. No, we was outside being real Memphis. In all seriousness, here's the thing. I don't go to Shelby Farms or anywhere else. I do not take advantage of the great things about our city. The reimagined Tomley Park, I'm about to tell you something, and it's
Yep.
going to be embarrassing.
Yep.
I'm about to tell you something, and it's going to be embarrassing.
You never stepped foot over there, have you?
I have never, ever been with my feet on the ground in the reimagined Tom Lee Park. I used to.
Pretty good. I think your kids would like it.
I used to find girlfriends at Tom Lee Park.
Yeah.
I used to lose girlfriends at Tom Lee Park. I stayed up all night at Tom Lee Park. I slept on a table at Tom Lee Park.
Yep. I think I might have done that too.
Yeah, all of this stuff. Everything. You
Yeah.
name it. I've done it in Tom Lee Park, with few exceptions. And I just haven't. I've never been to the Bass Pro Pyramid.
That's just insane.
We have an IKEA.
No, not anymore. That thing's gone.
No, it's still there, but it's going.
It's leaving soon.
I know. The point is, it's going to come and go.
Yeah.
And it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I never
stepped foot in there either.
Okay. And I do go to Shelby Farm sometimes. Mostly to Coastal, just to eat.
Yep.
Big park. I just go there to eat. Shelby Farms is amazing.
Oh, it's great.
It's
so
great.
good.
Do you realize it's one of the largest urban parks in the world?
I did realize that, yes.
Do you realize it's 5 times the size as Central Park?
You know, I like to call myself the mayor of East Memphis, so I know all these things.
You already know all this stuff. I'm not telling you anything.
Man. I love Shelby Farms. I'm there every week.
Are you really?
Yeah, I ride my bike through Shelby Farms almost every week.
How funny would it have been if yesterday...
Or we crashed into each other.
We were just riding by and I was like, is that
Get e-bike out of here.
Is that Bennett? Do real bike riders hate e-bikers?
No.
Y'all don't mind?
No. I mean, I wouldn't consider myself, like, I don't have, like, the gear or anything. I just have a bike. Like, I think the real bikers are like, get out of my way.
I had gears.
Yeah.
I had an e-bike with gears.
No, I have gears. I mean, I don't have the gear.
Oh,
like
you don't have that?
Yeah, like I don't have
I was
like
in jeans.
Yeah.
I was in jeans
like,
and a
they
hoodie.
look at me on the green line like, dude, can you move?
I'm sure there was somebody out there like, what is this old man doing with the jeans and a hoodie and a big bike? And then, at some point you got to go up a hill.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That ain't the easiest thing in the
better
world.
shift those gears right.
I mean,
you're gonna break that thing.
Do you have a good understanding of how to shift the gears? Like what helps and what doesn't?
I have a basic understanding.
Okay. If I'm going up a hill, what should I do? Because I got real tired yesterday.
Well, what I've come to learn is I don't think you should be shifting your gears that much mid-ride. Like, I think you need to pick a gear and settle on it.
You want to pick a gear?
Yeah.
I was trying to change. I would change them every 10 seconds. I'd be like,
that's how you break a bike.
It ain't my bike.
That's true.
I was just gonna dock that thing when it was over anyway, broke it or not.
That's fair.
Let me be serious for a second. I had this thought yesterday while I was at Wolf Chase. First off, we had a wonderful lunch. Second time at Coastal in like 2 weeks.
Nice.
We wearing them out.
Coastal's great.
It is great. I just had a nice little salad yesterday.
It's
and
good. Good views.
I mean, just everything about it. It's just nice. It was nice outside. Perfect. So I had this thought at Shelby Farms yesterday, because even if I go to Coastal, I'm not riding. You ready for this? I had never ridden a bike in Shelby Farms in my life until yesterday. And so me, Kelly, and the little guys went out there. We all got bikes. Lou got a scooter. We just rode around for a while. It was a good time. And I'm just taking it all in. And here's what I noticed. Tell me if I out over my skis a little bit. Here's what I had this thought. Where else in this city can I just be immersed outside of maybe a Grizzlies game in an environment where right now we're checking every box? There are men here, there are women here. There are all races here, all ages. There are old men here, and there are teenagers here. There are kids here, and there are, people who are past retirement age. White, black, Latino, Asian, just everybody out there. I saw everybody you could see. And I was like, this is nice. This is nice. Because if we all go to our favorite bar, no matter who we are, you probably are in a place where most of the people look like you.
I think that's true.
No matter who you are, no matter what bar you go to, if you go to that bar, you're probably in a bar where most people look like you. And I just sort of were outside and it's beautiful. And I was like, every age, every demographic, every race, everything is here right now. And everybody's having a good time. And when people look like they need help, they're helping each other. I don't know. I just had good thoughts about it.
Yeah.
I had a good time yesterday out there.
Good.
It's not the type of thing I would ever do on my own. It's the type of thing I would do to appease my family as I'm getting ready to go out of town again.
Yep.
But I'm glad we did it.
Good.
Anyway, back to the Bedore Center. You don't have to know what it is. Let me tell you.
Yeah, what's the Bedore Center?
Okay. So the Bedore Center, it describes itself. I shouldn't describe it. I should let it describe itself. It describes itself as a place that is dedicated to providing a model residential community for adults with intellectual disabilities and autism.
Okay.
In an environment that promotes maximum growth intellectually, spiritually, physically, socially, emotionally, and vocationally. All right? So there's a woman who's involved with this. On Saturday night, they had something like a program called Dancing for Our Stars. So think of Dancing with the Stars, but it's a fundraiser for this place. And one of the women involved, Erin, our kids go to school together and play golf together on the little golf team. And so we're just around each other sometimes. And she had reached out to me, it feels like a few months ago, to ask, hey, would you maybe want to be involved in this type of thing? And the event was the last night of February in the college basketball season. I don't even know where I'm going to be on the last night of February in a college basketball season. I could be in Spokane, New York, anywhere in between. Beyond that, I know where I'm going to be leading up to the last night in February, and that's just like New York every week. So it was like, I don't even know if I'll be in town. Even if I am in town, I don't have time to rehearse and do all this stuff. So I'm going to have to respectfully pass. But it was nice of you to ask. And that's the last time I thought about it. At some point over the past week, my wife was like, hey, I want to go to this thing on Saturday night. You know, our friends Brooke and Donnie are doing this thing. And it's like, I'm like, what is this thing? She's like, it's a fundraiser for this thing. And it's going to dance. And I was like, hold up. I think I know about this. I think I know what's going on here. And she said, okay, well, then would you like to go? And I said, if you would like to go. If you would like to go. Because in my head, it was like, it's the last Saturday of February, college basketball season. Big games on all night long. Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
Fresh episode of Saturday Night Live. In my head, I'm like, I'm pretty good right here. We gonna fill up these screens tonight. This is a pretty good place to be. But what I said was, if you want to go, of course. And so we went. And it was just the sweetest thing.
Nice.
It is not something I would have ever gone to on my own. Ever. And maybe that says more about me than it should. But I got there and I just caught myself smiling the whole time. It was just sweet. And I just sort of had this moment where I was like, I mean, I guess we could have stayed home and watched a war on TV.
Yeah.
But instead, why don't we go to a place where it was at the University of Memphis campus. And why don't we go somewhere where, like, it's just people trying to make people happy and proud. And it's like a celebration of this place that seems like, I mean, I don't know much about it more than what I know on a very surface level, but it seems like a beautiful place trying to create incredible lives for people who, need help creating their lives. And I just thought the whole thing was sweet. And it was nice to immerse yourself around this sort of, just in a world where it doesn't feel like a whole lot of sweet stuff's going on these days. I sort of trapped myself in a room where there ain't nothing but good, positive stuff happening in here. I don't know what's going on outside these walls. I mean, I do. But inside these walls, it's just sweet. And so then we got to talking. I didn't even remember this. Kelly was like, do you remember when I was in grad school? Because her master's is in special education. Before she opened a Denali, she was a special education teacher, high school teacher. She was great at it. But when she was getting her master's at Ole Miss, one of the, I guess, requirements, or she volunteered at the Baddour Center. And she's like, do you remember when I volunteered there? And I was like, I don't know, it was a long time ago. I forget things sometimes. And she said, yeah, I volunteered there. It was the best. She said she loved going there. And she said there was this one man, and she said he would propose to me every day. Every day I was there, he'd get down on one knee and propose to me. She said he's the sweetest man. And I said, how do you handle that? She said, I said yes every time. I said, you've been previously engaged?
Yeah. Multiple times.
She said about 40 times.
Yeah.
I said, this seems like something that should have come up at some point. And she said, it's fine.
Yeah, it's not paperwork or anything. It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah.
It's fine. But the whole thing was just sweet. And so I wanted to...
Good.
I have no idea if any of the people who were there would even know that this thing exists. But
no, I didn't. I mean, you kind of opened my eyes to something I didn't even know about.
No, I mean the people who were there at the Bedore Center even know that this show exists.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that I don't know that I'm accomplishing anything right now.
Well, I think you're shedding light on the Bedore Center, which I didn't know about.
Perhaps I am.
Yeah.
And I just thought the whole thing was sweet. I came out of there feeling better about the world, and then I got right back out in the world, and I was like, oh man,
isn't that great?
Oh, man. Take me back to the Bedore Center, please.
Yeah.
Everybody was smiling and happy at the Bedore Center.
Yep.
Then I went home and jumped on Facebook, and it was like, oh god.
Probably rough there, yeah.
Anyway, it was a sweet night, and I don't know. I just found myself sitting in there in a dark room watching people perform, and I just found myself with a smile on my face. So shouts to them. You're doing good work. And I should say the MC for the night, the legend Jim Jaggers.
Oh yeah, he's good at that. I've seen him MC quite a few times throughout my radio career and stuff. Yeah,
he's good at that.
Yeah, he's good at that.
I can do some things, right? I'm not sure I could do what he did.
I could not.
I couldn't do it as well as he did it.
You have to have a gift for that kind of thing.
For that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I can do other things. I can tell you, I can do other things. But I don't know that I could host that event the way Jim Jaggers hosted that event. I thought he was great.
Yeah, he's good.
Jim Jaggers is a legend.
Our guy Dustin Starr is good at that too.
God bless those people.
Yep.
All right, that was fun at the Bedore Center, dancing for our stars. I hope everybody else had a good time there.
What's today's biggest game?
Oh, college basketball. We got a doubleheader tonight.
All right.
Big Monday. It's a good one.
Okay.
Duke NC State's going to get us started at 6 o'clock. Rivalry game. Top-ranked Blue Devils already wrapped up at least a share of the ACC regular season title. They win tonight. That should just about do it. 8 o'clock Central's the big one. The AP poll will update in just a bit, but right now it is number 4 Iowa State at number 2 Arizona. 8 o'clock ESPN at the McKell Center. Arizona's a 7.5 point favorite. Total is 147.5. How you going to act?
Man,
Arizona has already secured at least a share of the Big 12 title.
So they might let off the gas, you're saying?
No, they still playing for a 1 seed, baby.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to go Arizona. I think, Iowa State's coming off a loss at home.
They are to Texas Tech minus JT Toppin. Surprising result, perhaps the most surprising result among ranked teams this weekend.
Yeah, they've lost 2 of their last 3. I think it's going to be a valiant effort from Iowa State. I just think Arizona's that good.
Arizona is that good. They are third at KenPom, 27-2. They have already wrapped up at least a share of the Big 12 title. And if they win tonight, they'll be outright champs, which means Kansas, which had won 17 of the previous 19 Big 12 titles before this little 3-year stretch that we're in right now, they'd won at least a share of 17 of the previous 19. And now for 3 straight years, once revenue share, NIL became a thing, once Houston, Arizona came to the league, Kansas, now finishing 5th 3 years ago, 6th last season, currently in 4th. And Houston has won back-to-back Big 12 titles. Arizona's about to win this one. So that'll be 3 straight from new Big 12 members. Bennett says, take Arizona minus the 7.5.
What are we watching on TV?
Raw on Netflix. It's the first Raw after Elimination Chamber. Roman Reigns and CM Punk are expected to meet face-to-face. And I guess we know from Elimination Chamber, Randy Orton is going to WrestleMania.
Yeah, he's going to face Drew McIntyre at WrestleMania.
So it'll be Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, Randy Orton.
And I think that we'll get a bigger match that's going to be bigger than that Randy Orton Drew McIntyre match.
Oh, you're hinting at things?
Yeah, because Rollins came back.
Well, he's going to have to be involved somehow.
He's going to be involved with something. So we'll see how it shakes out. The one cool thing about Elimination Chamber is I love the gimmick. I love Elimination Chamber. I love the chamber match. I love a good gimmick, Hell in a Cell, all that stuff. The thing that I thought was cool was, listen, we ain't got to lie to ourselves. I think our tribal chief is probably going to get that title back.
Of course he is.
I just believe that. And so I thought it was cool that Elimination Chamber in Chicago, they gave CM Punk that this is your night. You're gonna retain your title. You're gonna have a big match against Finn Balor. You're gonna win. Your wife is gonna win the women's title.
Intercontinental.
Y'all are
AJ Lee.
Yeah, y'all are gonna celebrate together in the ring. We're gonna give you all the big night before we take it away from your WrestleMania. That's what I think is gonna happen.
I gotta plead guilty.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it.
Oh, yeah, 'cause you're out doing your thing.
I went to the fundraiser.
Yep.
And then here's the truth. We did the whole Shelby Farms thing yesterday. Got home. I had to do the Eye on College Basketball podcast. We didn't get done with that till about 8:30.
Yep.
And then I had to do the top 25 and 1 and prep for this show. And it was like, and then Kel laid down. And I was like, as soon as I get done with this, I'm coming there. And then she fell asleep. And next thing you know, it's like midnight. She wakes up, and I'm sitting. I got all my work done. I'm finishing up. I'm not quite done. And she wakes up. She comes in the living room. And I swear this is what I'm about to do. Because I thought she was already asleep. I walked in there. She's already passed out. So I was like, all right, I'll let her sleep. I'm almost done with work. This is going to be fun. I'm going to turn on the Elimination Chamber.
Yep.
And that's the way I'll fall asleep tonight. I just sit here and watch Elimination Chamber, finish working. And then she got up. She came in the living room. She goes, you still working? I was like, yeah, I'm just finishing up. She goes, were you going to come to bed? And then I couldn't bear to look at my wife and say, no, I'm going to watch last night's Elimination Chamber.
I already know the results, too.
Yeah. I was like, I couldn't bear to look at my wife. I would have felt disgusted with myself.
Yeah.
If I'd have looked at her
It was
and said,
the right move.
no, no, I'm not coming to bed. I was going to finish up work and watch last night's taped Elimination Chamber that I already know the results
You
of.
just can't do that.
Just can't do that.
No.
All right. So I just went and put my head on the pillow.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Anyway, Raw is on Netflix
I'll be
tonight.
watching.
All right, I might.
What's the best thing we've read?
Our old buddy Jeff Calkins got a column over at the Daily Memphian about.
I saw his column.
Oh my God.
The sky is falling.
I mean, everything's bad. This really is.
I mean, it really is a bad. It's bad.
It's as bad as it's ever been.
It's the worst basketball season I can remember.
Well, like I told
in
Jess,
Memphis.
once upon a time, we could only be hurt by the Tigers.
Yep.
We didn't have the Grizzlies to hurt us. It'd be like the Tigers are good. Yay.
Yep.
The Tigers suck. The Grizzlies didn't have Now, 25 years into this thing, the Grizzlies have the ability to hurt us.
Yep.
And they have. We're hurting. We're moving forward.
Yep.
Moving forward. But we're hurting. This ain't fun. And the Tigers, they stink. And now we don't know what to do with the coach. And the women's basketball program, apparently they're worse. Who knew?
Yeah, they're the worst team in the league. Yeah.
I mean, oh buddy.
Yep.
So I really do think in terms of you're a Memphis area resident who cares about basketball in your community, this is the worst it's ever been because we have two basketball teams we care about hurting us.
Yeah, I was
as opposed to just one.
And I was thinking about the timelines. Like, so when the Grizzlies get here, that's when you're having that's when Cal starts ascending, right? And so you have that. And then when it starts going down just a little bit, although when we look back on it, it wasn't that down. But that's when, grit and grind era happens with the Grizzlies. Like, we've had these timelines where it's like one's always been.
Typically, there has been, I don't know if it's entirely true, but typically, like when one's bad, we could just focus on the other.
Yeah.
Typically. And I don't know where you want to look right now. You look at the Grizzlies, you're like, ugh. Look at the Tigers, you're like,
yikes.
Ugh. And then I don't even know if you look at the women's program, but I did this morning. That was scary.
I want to. Yeah.
That was scary.
Yep.
So, if you want to read Calkins sort of frame this mess of a situation our basketball teams are in, I wonder how Rhodes is doing.
They're good.
Thank God.
Yeah, they're good, actually.
Well, then let's put them in 5 more things tomorrow.
Okay,
all right?
deal.
Hey, let's catch up. Here's your assignment for tomorrow. Find us a successful area basketball team.
Easily.
That we can get behind.
Give me a break. I got you. I'll find you 2. How about that?
Find me 2 successful area basketball teams. And I don't care. Let's try to find, check on Rhodes, see what's going on there.
Okay.
Check on CBU, see what's up. Check on Lemoyne.
I got you.
And then, if nothing's popping, see what's up with Briarcrest. I think I saw they did something.
I got you.
All right, just find me a basketball team I can be proud of.
Okay.
I want to be proud of a basketball team. Can you find me one?
I sure
My
can.
little guy's team's 0-2. So it's really we're 0-2. Somehow the other team's always got a 6-footer.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That will do it. That will do it at this age. Anyway, you can read Calkins, dailymemphian.com.
What's on tap for tomorrow?
Well, tomorrow's going to be Tuesday. We'll get you ready for Grizz Timberwolves. Oh, man. This is a real thing that happened to me yesterday. For the first time in my little guy's life. We were just talking. We were talking basketball. And he said, hey, Dad, you know who I think my favorite player is now? Because it's always been Ja or Jaren or
Who?
He said, "Do you know who my favorite?" I
don't even want to know.
He said, "Do you know who my favorite basketball player is now?" And I said, "Who?" And he goes, "Anthony Edwards." I get it. He's
a star.
He's kind of mine too.
He's a star.
He's kind of my favorite player too. Anyway, Grizz Timberwolves, Anthony Edwards. My boys will be fired up for that one.
Yep.
That's tomorrow night. Should be a fun show. Looking forward to it already. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll enjoy mine. We'll meet back here tomorrow at 10. Till then, be careful, be kind, be good. Rep your hood.
The Grizzlies are proud to team up with Prime Global Group, a company on a mission to redefine real estate investment. By leveraging deep experience, strategic insight, and robust resources, Prime Global Group is shaping a smarter, socially responsible future. Whether you're an investor or simply curious, now's the time to explore innovative strategies that align with your values. Join the movement and discover how you can be a part of this exciting evolution. Visit primeglobalgroup.net to learn more and connect with the team today. That's primeglobalgroup.net.
Let's face it, there's a lot of trash talk in basketball, but the great teams let their performance do the talking. Like Ford F-150 with Pro Power on board, a class-exclusive industry-first feature that turns your truck into a mobile generator and leaves the competition speechless. Ford F-150, official truck of the Grizzlies. Greatness starts here at your Mid-South Ford dealer. Class is full-size pickups under 8,500 pounds, GBWR.
Kroger shoppers and Grizz fans. Want exclusive last-minute discounted ticket deals texted straight to you? Sign up with the new Kroger Buzzer Beater deal. Fans can sign up by texting Grizz to 636-479 or visit your local Kroger store in the Delta Division and scan the QR code. By signing up, you agree to receive recurring automated promotional and personalized marketing text messages from the Memphis Grizzlies. Consent is not a condition of any purchase. Message frequency varies. Message and data rates may apply.
Wells, a rhythm three. Yes, sir! That's an exclamation point on this game.
Grizz fans, defend your home court from pests with Terminix. Before cockroaches, spiders, and mice show up, Terminix it with our pest-free 365 Plus year-round protection plan. Visit Terminix.com today and enter code SAVE50 at checkout to save $50. Terms apply. Go Grizzlies!
I risk my life to tell y'all these truths.
Cat Williams is back. Brand new material, a new tour, and the same legendary laughter he's delivered for decades.
Nick Cannon got 136 children, Jesus. Did you know that?
Always classic. Always Cat.
White people are friendly. You can call them at 3 o'clock in the morning with the wrong number and they won't even be mad at you. Hello? No, I'm sorry. No Shaquita here.
The Golden Age Tour. March 6th in FedEx Forum. Get tickets at Ticketmaster.com.